Nigeria's Speaker of the House of Representatives, Abbas is setting the record straight on the nation's borrowing policy. At an African Parliamentary Conference in Abuja, Abbas declared that the legislature stands firmly behind President Bola Tinubu's borrowing plans, insisting that loans are a vital tool to build infrastructure and drive economic growth, if managed responsibly. At the 8th Annual African Network of Parliamentary Budget Offices conference in Abuja, Speaker of the House of Representatives Abbas addressed what he called a mischievous representation of the House position on borrowing. Abbas also pulled no punches on the dangers of financial crimes. He revealed that Nigeria loses an estimated $18 billion annually to corruption, illicit financial flows, and inefficiency, bleeding roughly 3.8% of the nation's GDP. Across the continent, the figure balloons to over $587 billion every year.
Another critical challenge is revenue leakage through corruption, illicit financial flows, and inefficiency. African countries collectively lose staggering sums that never find their way into developmental programs. According to the African Development Bank, Africa loses over $587 billion annually to capital flight. That is money that flees the continent through corruption, illicit trade, mispricing, and profit shifting by multinational corporations, among other channels. Corruption alone is estimated to drain about $148 billion from Africa annually. And other illicit financial flows such as trade malpractices, smuggling, among others, siphon away additional tens of billions of dollars.
Conference Chair Professor Dumisani Janjits echoes these concerns, noting Africa's vulnerability to external shocks from volatile capital flows, trade disruption, and climate change. He commended Nigeria's reforms, pointing out the economy grew by 3.4% in 2024, its strongest in a decade, though inflation and poverty remain stubborn hurdles.
High inflation continues to pressure households in our society. Business poverty levels remain serious high in our country. This context makes fiscal oversight role of NABRO more crucial than ever. The challenge now is to consolidate these gains and translate macroeconomic stability into inclusive growth and tangible development within Nigeria. NABRO's mandate is central to ensuring that public funds are channeled effectively towards building human capital, closing infrastructure gaps, and creating the productive jobs needed to lift millions out of poverty. Nigeria's journey offers powerful lessons for all of us when we're sitting here.
The role of parliamentary budget offices has never been more vital. I encourage us all to use this conference not only as a platform for exchange, but as a springboard for innovation and renewed commitment to physical representability. Let us all reflect on how we can broaden participation, deepen impact, and build more resilient institutions.
For Abbas and fellow lawmakers across the continent, the message is Africa's future rests on borrowing wisely, spending transparently, and safeguarding resources, because in the end, the real debt Africa owes is to its young people and the future they deserve. Oluwatobi Enito, reporting for TV Platinum.